Inspire.
Omulabi waffe owa Spark TV nkwaniriza nate ku program ya Inspire. Program y'abawala bato abayina ebyenjawulo bye bakola. It could be business, ayinza okuba nga ayina byayiseemu, life stories, naye nga bwa sharing experience ye. The reason why we want these young girls to share their experiences is because waliyo abayina bye bayitamu ngate mwana wattu naawe byoyitamu, so bw'oba owulidde ku mboozi zaabwe, bw'oba ng'oyinawo obadde osikatidde, naawe osobola okuddamu essuubi n'obeera ng'oyimirira. Nina omugenyi ow'enjawulo neera gwe nkuleetedde, naye kamubaleetere. Weewaawo nga bwe nkutegeezeza nti nina omugenyi ow'enjawulo gwe mbaleetedde, naye ng'amanya gange nze Shira Nakayemba. Program ya Inspire tubeerayo buli lwa Sunday saa 12 n'ekitundu ez'akawungeezi, ate bw'ogisibwa osobola ogiraba ku Lwokuna ssaawa 9 ez'olweggulo. Aba Dynasty Lounge be batuukiriza okolera mu kafo kaabwe akalungi bwe kati, basangibwa wano Kololo along Wampewo Avenue. If you need breakfast, lunch, dinner, parties, anything, osobola okubeera ng'obatuukirira. Ate nga nkozeko makeup ye Jamie, osobola mufuna ku 0770550651. Anyway, njogedde bingi naye kamba njulira omugenyi waffe olwaleero. Sandra, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm glad to have you on Inspire.
Thanks for the invite. I'm blessed to be here.
Kale omanyi tetutera kukozesa nnyo Luzungu naye
tujja kwogera Luganda.
Byonna tujja bitabula kuba this generation here tebaagala nnyo kwekubira ku kintu kimu. Kizibu nnyo okusanga nga anyway baagala nnyo tutabiikiriza, so we shall go with the trend. So who is Sandra?
She's a mother of two. She's an entrepreneur and a business woman. Yeah, they are different. Byanjawulo okubeera entrepreneur and business woman
byanjawulo. Ebyo gena bitunyonyola naye leero katutunulire story.
So that is basically Sandra Yoyo, entrepreneur and a business woman, a mother of two.
I think you love business so much.
I'm passionate about business. Kubanga nakulira kitaawe wange yali muyiiya, yali hands on ng'akola atukolesa business nnyo. Kubanga nze nagenda okuviira ku ssomero ku P7 nava ku ssomero ku Thursday ku Monday n'atandika okunkozesa nangamba tojja kulya mmere yange bwereere. So nentandika n'anteeka yalayina drug shop mu town Embarra, n'anteeka ku dduuka at that early age, nentandika okukola nendaba ku ssente. Ate okimanyi bw'oba olabyeko ku ssente tosobola kudda amabeega. So that was my inspiration, that was my starting point. Nga nalaba Charlie ne byali akola, so nenjagala nkule mbeere nga ye nange nfune ku ssente.
Ekintu ky'okulaba ssente kirina two sides. Abazadde abamu bagamba omwana wamala okulaba ku ssente kimuzibuwalira okudda ku ssomero, ate abamu bagamba bw'alaba ssente kifuuka kya bulijjo, like ne bw'aba agenze ku ssomero essente si kyekintu ekisobola omutwaliriza. What do you think about it?
Oli mutuufu, nekisinziira ku muntu bamumentarinze batya. Nze bwe nalaba ku ssente, my father he's a strict man. Yali so strict in that bwe nva ku dduuka ngenda waka, bwe nva ku waka nzira ku dduuka. And yagezaako okutubuulirira oba okumbulirira the advantages and the disadvantages of money. Okitegeera, money can kill. Nga bw'ogambye money is evil. Waliwo abaana abagenze mu businesses ne balaluka ne batatuuka gye balina okubeera. Naye kati nze nali nkimanyi nina okukola, yankuza nga amanyi I'm working to pay for my fees. Okitegeera, so nakula nga amanyi sente nzikola nziraba, naye nina okukola ki, nina okuddayo ensome. Era yafuba nnyo okulaba nti no bwe namala senior 4 definite nenziramu nemukolera, bwe namala senior 6 nenziramu nemukolera.
So bwe wamala P7 bwe waddayo ku ssomero in form 1 tewaddamu kugamba?
Ate addamu kundeetaawo kati he kept me at school. Senior 1, senior 2, senior 3, senior 4 saddamu kulaba ku ssente.
Until senior 4 vacation.
Senior 4 vacation bwe naddamu nenkomawo, naddamu still nanteeka mu ki nanteeka mu business. Kati the good side about that is bw'obeera mu business omuzadde n'ogrooming omwana, even if a parent passes away, oba omanyi nti no omwana w'omulese emabega amanyi business kiki. Kyolaba most of the times omuzadde bwafa business naye neegenda kubanga you've not introduced abaana bo tebamanyi kyokola, ozukka ku makya n'ogenda n'okola ne business yo n'ogyesigaliza nga ggwe, oluusi n'omukyala wo tamanyi n'abaana tebamanyi. Kati bw'ofa ne kikomaawo. Naye nze I was lucky, manyi loans my dad zaalya, nali manyi banks zaasasula. Bwe natuukira mu senior 6 I was a signatory on my father's loans. So I'm that exposed. So ne kimpa the courage, ne manya the do's and the don'ts of business. In that after senior 6 he was so strict in senior 6 nanteeka ku course ya SCCA. So laba nti he wanted you to study, but at the same time he wanted me to have a business mind. That when agenda at campus ne kino takimanyi. I did a business because I needed money. Watch again. I had to do a business, a side business from him. Actually, I think that was my first business because nali njagala sente, nali nzikuteeko, nali nzirabye. But nali blessed ntino nalaba the good side of the money, not zofuna sente nezikulalula. So I think it's about the mentorship yewofunya. Okay.
So otuuka ku campus ogamba akana kasente ke bampa tekamala ne kenkoze mu vac kyai kakali kamaze okuggwawo.
Era nga wokimanyi at campus you're a girl, you need things.
I know. But
I'd grown up in a strict family, so and then at least nga buli kyemba data wange yanjigiriza buli kye nali nyina okikolera. That's what I grew up believing. Everything I wanted, I had to work for it. There was nothing that I could get on a silver plate. So if I wanted the nice dress, I had to work for it. If probably I wanted to live in a better apartment, I had to pay for it. You get?
Yeah.
Nakula nga simanyi okufuna ebintu on a silver plate. So the life I wanted at campus, I had to work for it. You're getting it? Yeah. Fine, my parents were taking good care of me. Nenga nyina okwewaayo nange kyenjagala nekola ki newekikubanga twagenda kuguya lugoye eyo simu gy'oyagala buli kimu obimanyi ebyabawala. So nentandika okweyiya, and that was how I got into business. But definitely there oli mwana oli kyali muto zokola zolya, I don't know how to invest back in the business. That
experience matters kubanga wali abantu abaana bali ku campus nga era nga naawe nga bw'oyogedde waliwo bye beetaaga ng'atandika kino ne kigwa nawulira ng'aweddemu essuubi. I hosted Bridget Yangamba. She failed at 22 businesses before she succeeded in the one she has right now.
You don't want to know how many businesses I've done and failed. You don't want to know how many businesses I've done and failed. Now this is a short story. By 2023 I was rich. I love telling people I was rich. I had money. I think I just finished campus, my degree, enrolled for my master's at that particular point. And nentandika okusuubula eno ne bamugimanyi fish malls. So I had a couple of friends. My dad had a friend, and then also my couple of friends. We pooled money and resources. Netandika okutunda eno. Do you know what it means when you're 23 and you're holding 70 million, 80 million? You're holding good money.
Yeah.
But life happens. Life happens. Yes, just like I held that money, I woke up one morning and I didn't have a single coin. Like the business failed, not because I was careless, but life happened. Some things happened in between there so first, and I was back to zero. Someone who had dollar accounts, someone who had accounts that were rich, because I would enter, I think by then I was banking with Bank of Africa. So nalingenda mu bank with my jeans and slippers, you know, when you amalala nga gakyali mangi. So everyone would nga sigenda mu line bamanyi yaze. I would just park outside, get in the bank, get my transactions, they escort me out and I drive off. But like, and I failed. I failed flat to accounts of negatives, being in negatives. Like life just turned around the business world for me.
Waliwo ebintu engeri gye bituukawo, like you have all this money on the account. Does it happen in one day or by it's
Actually, for me, I should say it's not even a day. I think it was within hours. Like, so much happened so fast, so fast, that I lost all I had.
Everything.
Through stock. It was not liquid cash. I had put it in stock, and I lost it all. And that was the turning point of my life, because I was used to money.
I know.
I love money. Life made my life so easy. And by then, I think I was a mother of one. And I'd lost everything. And life had turned around, and I was back to zero. And I didn't know what to do. So I had to pull myself together. I remember at that particular point, I sold a piece of land. I'm not going to go so much into details. Maybe one day I'll share. I sold a piece of land, and like the devil has it, I drove and parked around KCC. I was going to pick a license. By then I was running up a shop, a boutique in Mutungo. So I'd going to pick a license for that particular boutique. So when I parked, sent an Mbeka motoka, because it was less than 5 minutes. When I entered the car, I didn't notice anything was missing. So I'm around, what is this place called? I'm around the roundabout of Garden City. And I want to pick something from my bag. And I noticed the bag is missing.
What?
The bag that had the money that I had just sold, it was around 15 million. The bag was missing. I remember I told the person I was seated with in the car that time, I'm like, and so I will tell him motoka. You know that confusion of, let's drive to Ginger Road, tukole tuti. I remember I just called my dad named Gamba, Banzivya. And he told me, Oliwa, Olinani, because I was saying, but he knew what I had been through. And that money was my only hope to get him back on my feet. And the money was gone. So here I am, no capital, no business. The business that was left was the boutique business. But now, like I said, I had a lifestyle that I had been living. I was living in Imbuya, in a standalone. I had a daughter to look after. And then you know when you have a life that you've been used to, and then things just wake up and change, because if you've been paying a house of like probably $300, what are you going to use to pay for that house? And in between there, I find out I was pregnant for my second child.
What?
Yeah. I keep telling people my child is a miracle. Because at that particular time, if I was able to get 300,000, this is not something anyone would see on camera or I'd be proud of, but I was going to abort. Because I was terrified.
I know that's...
Yeah, I was going through a lot. I was terrified. The father of my children at the moment also didn't have a job. I'd lost his job.
You know, there's the way things happen and you wonder.
Yeah, so it was so bad. I had to be evicted. I had to, like, I was back on zero. So I had to downgrade to an apartment of around 550,000. I had to sell the car because now you have to start disposing of what you have to pick up yourself. Part of the money that was in the business was from a friend, around 25 million, and they didn't care. They didn't want to know.
They wanted
if
their money.
Their money has to be paid. So it was so much. But like I keep telling people and entrepreneurs, at the end of the day, it's how you pick yourself up. Life is not fair to anyone, and life will never be fair. I remember I went into bad depression.
I can relate. I've also been through that. So let's go for a short commercial break. When we come back, we continue with Sandra's story.
Inspire.
weewaawo omulabi waffe owa Spark TV tukyagenda maaso ne program ya Inspire, program y'abawala bato y'abakyala bato babe abalina bye bayiseemu, because we all go through so many things, naye bw'obeera okirimu olowooza gwasoose oba gwakirimu wekka, but so many people have gone through all this. That's life. Tosobola kuyiga nga toyina by'oyiseemu. Born agains usually say there's no way you're going to testify without a test. You have to first be tested. And that's why today we have a testimony. Otherwise, if you had not been tested, we wouldn't be having a story.
Yes.
So, mukaseera kano konna ani yaliwo omanyi mwekyo ekiseera nga byonna bigenze, we usually lose so many people. It's not only the things, even the people around you.
The support system is important. You know, when you have money, everyone is around you.
Yeah.
Everyone is around you. The day you lose money, you'll not even be able to get 10,000 for a meal. And that's the reality of life. Abantu bakwagala ng'oli bulungi. So definitely some of my friends fell off. I'm so grateful to God that I have an amazing, amazing support system back at home. My parents are so supportive. I have an auntie who is so supportive. So they were really there for me. So when I went through that phase of depression, I think my son was around 3 months. Abana ne babanzijako ne babatwala. For some reasons, the father of my children had to leave. So at that point, nasigala nzeka n'abaana. Owakitegeera. So you're broke, oyina abaana, you have to parents, and unfortunately my son yali so sickly. I have to be in and out of hospital all the time. Next year kyatuuka nga sikyasobola. So kyenakola, my parents ne bansaba abaana. Okimanyi okubeera omuzadde. N'owaya abaana bo, especially nga mutabani wo wa myezi yali agenda kweza emyezi 4. Nemuwaayo ne bamutwala ne muwala wange. Kati nesigala nga nze. But I think that was the gravest mistake I had ever done, because I didn't have anything to look up to. I didn't have anything to motivate me. I went into bad depression, and my parents now this time never got to know that I was dying. I lost weight. I could be in my bed for 4 days, 5 days. Siridde, sinywedde, nyebase.
Tolidde tonywedde ate tosiibye.
Ate tosiibye. Ate n'enjala tojuulira. Okitegeera, weebuuza kiki ekiddako. How do I pick myself up? And this went on for a year.
There's a time I used to sleep nga mbeera sagaana kuzuukuka. Do you know you want to get lost? Nga mbutuufu buli wozuuka ogamba oba nzuukidde ki?
You have no hope.
Exactly.
You have nothing to look forward to. Tewali kikusanyusa. There's nothing you're working for. So ne batwala abaana nesigala awo. I think there is a day, I have a sister, she's called Viola. Yankubira n'angamba, oba yali ambuuza ki? So I broke down ne muvuma. Nemugamba, people don't care, you don't know what I'm going through, I've been depressed, what? So she arranged and got me a therapist in Butabika, the power of support system. Had I spoke up early, maybe I would have got help. But I didn't speak. So she got in touch with a friend of mine called Joseph. They got in touch with Joseph, they got me a therapist. I started treatment. I have amazing friends. Somehow they always come through. There is another friend of mine called Dr. Gloria. Right now she's in the US. They came through. I got all the support I needed. I healed myself. I started getting a bit of life back. And I remember the shop was still existing, but I didn't want to know about it because I had drained it. Every little money they make, you're taking it out. You're taking it out. So you don't have stock. You can't afford paying the rent. Like, you've drained the business. The business is you, it's what you eat off. There was a girl who was working there, and I think she knew what I was going through, so she let it. She gave me my space that I needed. And I went back to praying. I'm a Christian, so I went back to praying, and things started working out. When I started getting the medicine for depression, I started getting the help I needed.
So the key points, you wish you had communicated earlier.
I wish I'd thought help earlier. saatuuka ku ekyo kinatuukako naye bwe natandika okufuna treatments nenfuna medication I started now omutwe ne gutandika okukola okitegeera you think you're out there kati kyekiddako so I remember my father calling me nangamba drop the self-pity terina wagenda okutwala the choice is yours
and I feel like self-pity yetuleetera okulowooza tewali anfaako
like you put your blame on other people so tatange yangamba tewali agenda kuyamba no one is going to help you pick up yourself get yourself together my father is a rich man very rich but he told me sigenda kuyamba yangamba chimu I want my grandchildren to be in the best schools they can be in possible atogenda basasulira yes ino nyankola yangamba nyendo jwale bamudda whether you sell mangoes or tomatoes on the street or onions I know deep down there is a Sandra that I know that can make it pick yourself up and those words hit me like oh wow he's not a person who believes in handing over notes and all that because if I wanted he would have bailed me out but he wanted me to pick myself up so like I said the support system is key in our life we should always pray for amazing people to always be by your side my sister helped me up there is a friend of mine called a family friend called Dr. Mill and Dr. Gloria I will forever be grateful they came through my sister gave me some money Dr. Mill gave me some money I punched up myself got back on my feet started the hustle afresh from zero I pushed through 4 months down the road I was able to have my children back.
What did you start with?
I had to first focus on the boutique now because I used to make good sales out of it but remember I drained it so there was no stock, no capital, no nothing and then I was not in the business, I was not present, I was not doing anything, I was not looking for customers, I'd let the business die, the self-pity had taken over me. I can't do it, I can't do this, I can't do that. So I got back on my feet. I went back, 4 months down the road, I had my children back. I was able to stay with my children. So that thing of they have to get the best, you can't go back home without bread, you can't do that. And here I am today. Yeah, here I am today. Definitely, nengendanga oyiya chino, wobeera mukazi, not even just omukazi, wobeera omusajja. One thing I keep telling people is, especially if you're an entrepreneur, if you believe you're an entrepreneur, not just a business person, or you're not kubeera in different income streams. Some of us have so much time on our hands. Lwakuba oyina tunda ngoye, kangamba oyina boutique otunda ngoye. You can't wake up and sit at the shop the whole day. How much time are you wasting? Waiting for clients. In between, I believe you can do something else. You need to have an income stream, around 5 income streams as ekuleetera ssente. Kyenjogerako nkimanyi it is possible. Because right now, like I told you, I do juices. Amaiso zenzukuka.
Simanyi nayo teeka okubookera.
You know kuzukuka by probably depending on the orders we have for the day, for the event. So kumi, you know what you're ready, and you make that choice.
You're going to share with us that next week. Naye njagala tusooke tuddeyo business we yatandika picking up. How did you feel?
I was excited. I got my life back. I could breathe. The money was not the money I was used to. But first of all, I was happy that I was picking myself up. I was happy that I could afford paying bills. I was in debt. Because remember all that time I spent without working. At times you have to pay rent. You have I've been to utilities. Bills are always going to be a constant. Over innocent bills are constant. So you know this thing of pay this amount, so I was in debt. So the first thing I had to do was to clear the debt. So I was happy that I was paying off my debt, because if for any person, business or not business, honesty is key. Omuntu bwakuwa emitwalo 5 leero n'otasasula enkya agenda kwetaaga $2 million ate nga yalina ozikuwa. So buli bw'ojja ssente want to try and pay back that money because
and
it's
in time,
important.
kubanga era oyinza ozireeta n'ozireeta late siddamu kuwa.
I was not able to get the money in time. Naye kati nkubira ne nkugamba, you know what, wampadde ssente. Communication, wampadde ssente. Naye you know what, I'm struggling. Naye nkyendiko. And the moment you get the money, tebalina kubanja. Omuntu yakuwadde ssente ze mu bulungi. Lwaki akubanja? You're getting it. So I was in debt. When I started paying off my debts, the excitement when I finished clearing my debts, oh my goodness, I was like, I can now go back on my feet fully.
So the few months you were not that you spent without attending to your business, mwalimu omukozi, what did you notice?
After what country? That is disaster. That is disaster. You don't know. First of all, my phones would be off. I'm assuming agajako. So whether a customer is complaining or not complaining, you're not aware. Whether you're not even stock taking, like you do not know what is going on. A business will die. Because when I came back, I started from scratch. The only thing I had was the interior and the location. You're getting it, but it was more so of starting from scratch. You're getting it. So you have to start from scratch. You have to explain to your clients, you know, I've been going through something, but now I'm back. I'm going to serve you. You get be nice. You talk, but the damage has been done. Ella, I always encourage us, be a part of your business. An hour, 2 hours a day, be a part of your business. It's important to be a part of your business. It is key. It is very, very important to be a part of your business, because if you're not a part of your business, you don't know what's going on. It's like you made a business for someone else. These people we employ, most of the times we employ people. Now I'm going to talk about people who have these small businesses. Omuntu go employ nze tafaayo tayagala kumanya oba atunze oba tatunze, you have to pay their money at the end of the day. Yes, salary ezeziyingira oba nfuna lunaku oba week oba mwezi ezeziyingira. What you go through okukola kuteekako that business tebagala kumanya. What your clients go through, they don't want to know. You're getting it. And yet when you're building this brand, when you're building a business, let me assume you're building a brand, you would not want bad reviews for your business. So it's important, get in touch with your clients. What do they go through? What's their experience? That when you're building a brand, it is so important for your brand. Know your clients, know what they like, know their experience when they are shopping. Check on your clients. I don't have to call you oh, you know, or what. No, call your clients. I'm checking on you. It's important. It helps you with your customer retention, number one. It helps you have that personal relationship with your clients. A day you spend without almost reaching out on your clients, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're doing your brand a disservice.
So how about these people that have so many businesses? How do I keep in touch with my clients?
You have to. Now this is where systems and structures come in place. Oinokubela with systems and structures for your business.
Kirabika ebyo bigenda kuwanvuwa, but tugenda kubeera next week ngenda kuba nkomyawo Sandra. We are going to be tugenda kweyongerako deeper into business because she has experience and ebintu ebimu byayiseemu ebisinga byayiseemu abalala bawala bye bali mu kuyitamu nga bakya strugglinga nabyo. Sandra, if you can give us your last words.
The last words would be drop the self-pity. The world has never been fair and it will never be fair to anyone. So grab the world by the horns. Above all, pray. Believe in yourself. You can be anything you want to be, and you can do anything you put your mind to. Yeah.
Exactly. Mpoziko nze nga nsembayo njagala kubuulira abana abantu ng'olina gw'okolera okola business ng'etaliiyo. Trust me, at the end of the day, we always reap what we sow. Naawe bw'onookola business kyekijja okutuukako. I remember I used to someone left me with Haka mobile money. nga I'm supposed to get 15k buli week nenga bwe mbalansinga ebitabo bwe biba nga tebiweze I don't pay myself until I make sure nga sente naye abasinga akola business nga alinga atafaayo ye at the end of the day kastamfuna ezange.
On top of that, the Bible speaks about it. God will bless you if only you're honest and trustworthy. Omuntu bwakulekera business, do that business with one heart and you see how God will promote you.
Exactly. Tusinkane week ejja abadde Dynasty Lounge wano ku Wampewo Avenue we batukiriza okolera mu kifo kyabwe program ya Inspire Sunday saa 12:30 bw'oba ogisubiddwa genda ku YouTube channel yaffe oba ku Facebook page za Spark TV. Mweraba.